What is going on, everybody? This is NYG Jeffy T 85, and I'm just here with a quick update around the New York Mets regarding who might be pitching in the last game of the Major League Baseball season, depending on what happens during the Atlanta Braves game against the Florida Marlins later tonight. Now, as we all know, the New York Mets right now, they are currently trailing the Atlanta Braves by a game and a half after the Braves lost their game last night against the Marlins by the score of 4-0. And right now, the New York Mets are trying to figure out and try to gauge the rotation and seeing if there's still a slim possibility they could end up winning the National League East Division after the Mets unfortunately got swept this past weekend by the Atlanta Braves down there in Atlanta with Jacob deGrom, Max Scherzer, as well as Chris Bassett on the mound at that time. The Mets right now, they're gauging as we speak on what's going to be happening going to that Wednesday game. Right now, the New York Mets are in the middle of playing a doubleheader against the Washington Nationals where they have to essentially win both games, as well as the Atlanta Braves have to lose tonight to the Florida Marlins. And right now, we're in the top of the first inning as the first game started with the New York Mets against the Washington Nationals, with Carlos Carrasco on the mound, and right now it's a 0-0 game as we speak with a man on first base. So the Mets essentially, if they want to have any chance of winning this division, they have to find a way to not only win their doubleheader today, but then win on Wednesday, and the Braves have to pretty much get swept in their series against the Marlins, which anything is possible. It is the major leagues. Anything is possible, but that would have to be the case if the New York Mets want to end up being the National League East champions. While it looks unlikely right now, crazier things have happened. The Mets already have a little bit of a shot right now with the Braves losing last night. Braves are going to have to pretty much lose again. So the Mets right now are pitching Carlos Carrasco on the mound this afternoon/evening, and then they have Taijuan Walker pitching the night game tonight. Mets, like I said, would have to win both those games, and then they would have to go into the game tomorrow night, and then that is when Jacob deGrom would be put on the mound. As right now, according to SNYs.com's Andy Martino, Jacob deGrom would be pitching that last game against the Washington Nationals on Wednesday if the Mets still have a shot at winning the National League East. So that would pretty much mean, like I said, that the Braves would be losing their game tonight and the Mets would be sweeping their doubleheader today, which would cut the lead down to a game overall, and the Mets would have the opportunity to get that division if they end up winning their games today and obviously winning on Wednesday, and if the Braves lose tonight and they lose tomorrow. So while it looks unrealistic right now, while it seems unrealistic, especially the way the Mets bats have been performing lately, other than Jeff McNeil, the Mets bats right now have been absolutely anemic. The Mets bats have not been getting the job done in terms of getting good hits in the middle of the field. But this is the Mets' opportunity right now to get right against a very, very poor Washington Nationals team. Nationals just want to finish out this season already. They just want to get the hell out of here about this. And right now, the New York Mets are still poised on still trying to win that division. But like I said, a lot of it is them just trying to handle their business against the very poor Washington Nationals team that just wants to get out of Dodge right now. And it also accounts on the Florida Marlins doing something that they have not done in a long time, and that's help the New York Mets win that division if they're able to sweep the Atlanta Braves. So it's a lot to monitor right now. Let's see what's going to happen for the rest of today. New York Mets, like I said, in a doubleheader, have to find a way to win both these games, or the New York Mets are most likely going to be in the wild card game, facing off, I believe, against the San Diego Padres in Flushing. So the division is still at hand. It's a possibility the New York Mets can still win this division, but right now they are going to have to handle their own business against the Washington Nationals team that's just playing out the last few games of their season, including the doubleheader today, as well as the Florida Marlins helping out the Mets and sweeping the Atlanta Braves to help the Mets clinch that NL East division. So we'll have to find out what's going to happen the rest of today, and we're going to have to find out what's going to happen tomorrow until we get our decision on who is going to be crowned the National League East champions and how it's going to all play out heading into the Major League playoffs that are going to begin later this week on Friday. So if you guys like this video, please hit the like button below. Sub up if you haven't already to NYG Jeffy T 85 for more breaking news, updates, and chatter surrounding the New York Mets. Turn on the bell for notifications of the next video or short that's going to be dropping surrounding the New York Mets. And let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the chances, if there's any you believe, of the New York Mets still possibly winning the National League East Division. And what you think about Jacob deGrom possibly pitching that last game if the Mets have a chance if the Mets still have a chance to win the NL East, as well as who would you rather face in the wild card round if in fact the Mets get the wild card position. Would you rather them face the Phillies or most likely facing the Padres? So I thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening, and let's go New York Mets. All you got to do is you got to believe in those boys from Queens.